Hello everyone. Very good morning to all. On the very first day of presentation, I'm here with the presentation on modern child psychology versus traditional discipline, which is the context of Narayan's crime and punishment. These are the academic information, table of content, and let's begin with the introduction very briefly. So, Narayan born in 1906 and died in 2001, one of the most prominent Indian English novelist, best known for creating the fiction town Malgudi. Crime and Punishment, a short story from its Malgudi days collection, centers on private tutor, his mischievous student, and the students' indulgence parents. This story central conflict is the teacher represent traditional discipline while the parents embody modern child-centered psychology. And the cultural context is the stories reflect tension in post-colonial Indian society, where Western pedagogical ideas met traditional Indian view of authority. And relevance is highlights broader issues of education and parenting, morality, and authority, still debated in contemporary context as well. So, research question is: how does Narayan's crime and punishment reflect the conflict between modern child-centered parenting and traditional discipline? And what insight can psychological theories and empirical research or corporal punishment provide for interpreting this tension? And hypothesis is Narayan's crime and punishment satirically demonstrate that both permissive parenting and traditional corporal punishment are flawed extremes, integrating literary analysis with child psychology logy and empirical evidence suggests that a balanced authoritative approach is most effective for fostering discipline and learning. So, first is modern child-centered parenting. So, first is psychological basis. So, rooted in this Dinah Bomrin's permissive parenting style, 1966. So, this approach emphasizes affection, low control, and maximum freedom for the child. It values the child's autonomy and emotional security over strict discipline. And second is encouragement of autonomy. So, by avoiding harsh punishment, parents aim to reduce fear and promote creativity and self-confidence and open communication between adults and children. So nowadays we can find this kind of things in and around us, that the parents give to maximum freedoms to the childrens, and childrens also misuse and misuse the freedom and as well, and this open communication between adults and children. So these kind of things we can find in the society also, that is young children very openly talk or communicate with all elders and etc. So progressive third one is progressive middle class ideal. In post-independence India, many urban middle-class families embraced ideas from modern child psychology, setting them as a human and progressive alternatives and traditional strictness. So, from the elite class, modern class families also take the ideas from this, that they are also give the maximum freedom or facilities to the children also. Then we can compare the traditional discipline. So, corporal punishment as an immediate correction. The tutor resorts to slapping the boy when we deliberately make some mistakes, reflecting the traditional belief that punishment produces quick behavioral correction and reinforces teacherly authority. So, this kind of things we can also we can agree with this. When we were also young, and આપણે પણ જ્યારે સ્કૂલ ટ્યુશનમાં જતા ત્યારે આપણને પણ ટીચર મારતા, તો એનું ક્વિક આપણને રિઝલ્ટ મળતું. So and our behavior also very quick, and result also find very good. And then second is cultural and historical norms. So corporal punishment was a common practice in Indian classrooms during the mid-20th century, rooted in the idea that respect for authority and strict discipline were necessary for learning and pedagogical risks and failures. So instead of learning mathematics, the boy responds with defense, threats, and manipulation, showing how punishment breeds resentment, fear, rather than genuine understanding. and consequences for education. The story reveals that harsh discipline damage trust between teacher and student, reduce motivation, and result in poor learning outcome, making it ineffective in the long run. So here is the comparative analysis between the modern child psychology and traditional discipline. So this modern approach encourage child to think independently and be creative. So in the modern age, we can find the parents wants that their children be independent and be a creative. But in the traditional methods, prioritize obedience and fast correction. Then modern methods aim to build a trust and reduce fear, and traditional methods rely on authority to gain respect, something using fear. Third one is too much freedom may lead to misuse, while harsh discipline can make children anxious, rebellious, or unable to learn effectively. And then modern methods require more negotiation and patience, which can seem like a less control. Traditional discipline can harm relationship or create resentment. Then theoretical insight on the child discipline. So this one is a Paget moral development. So children, as per the that view, children internalize rules through social interactions rather than through fear of or punishment. And moral understanding grows when children actively engage and negotiate with peers and adults. And the second one is Vygotsky. So as per Vygotsky's point of view, zone of proximal development. So learning occurs most effectively when children receive guidance beyond their current abilities, and scaffolding and support are essential. And a caution or a harsh punishment hinders development. And as per the Baumrind point of view, this parenting style, authoritative parenting combines warmth with firm guidance. This style fosters respect, autonomy, and moral responsibility, unlike purely permissive or punitive approaches. So here is the empirical evidence on corporal punishment. So impact on child behavior and development. So research links corporal punishment to increase aggression, anxiety. Corporal punishment, we can find a corporal punishment like aggression, anxiety, and depression in children. So in the modern age also, as a sir mentioned in the class, કે કોઈને અત્યારની જનરેશનમાં કોઈને કઈ કહેવાતું જ નથી, એમ જરાક કઈ કઈ એટલે સિધા બોર તળાવ જ વયા જાય. Then academic and cognitive effects. So studies shows that corporal punishment negatively affect learning outcome and academic performance as well. Fear-based discipline reduce engagement and motivation in school setting. Then public health and rights perspectives. The World Health Organization identifies corporal punishment as a violence of children's rights, recognized as a significant public health concern due to its widespread psychological and social norms. And then connection to literature. So R.K. Narayan's story anticipates this finding, illustrating how punitive fear-based discipline can backfire, and literature and empirical research converge in showing that coercion harms children and undermines effective guidance. So now here I conclude my presentation. So R.K. Narayan's story highlights the moral ambiguity in child discipline, showing that neither indulgence nor violence produce ideal outcomes. By combining literary analysis with psychological research, we can see how extreme approaches, whether permissive or punitive, fail to foster healthy development. The evidence points towards an authoritative balanced approach that integrates firm guidance with empathy, demonstrating the value of interdisciplinary insights in understanding and improving educational and parenting practices. So these are the references, and thank you so much. Now I am open for your question.
My question is, in what sense the story's conflict is universal, not just an Indian?
Yes, the story's conflict universal because we can find the teacher and parents face the same challenge, and they have whether they think that whether it's to be a strict or very lenient or liberal. If they are strict, so that children may fear or rebel. But if they are very lenient or liberal, so children maybe may misuse of these things. So yes, the tension between authority or care from the parents to give the children. So it might be this tension between authority and care. So yes, it is a this is a global thing. It's not only just for India.
Who is this Joy Gaming? Yeah. You have to change your name. Huh? This photo, name, both are missing. Huh? In this.
Bhumi, my question is, how can this story be understood in the context of the digital era parenting?
Okay, this context we find in digital era as well, because the parents give the maximum facilities and freedom to the children, but children may misuse misuse and children often demanding for the smartphones and video games and night out and all those things. But it creates very dependency and maybe harmful for studies and social skills as well. So yes, this is from my side. Thank you so much.